Hello everyone and welcome back to the next video from the King's Ridge Challenge, which was running in the month of May 2021. And this time I have a replay done by Treim, which was the fastest pure shadow replay of the Gold Challenge with 19 minutes and 27 seconds. And it even was the fastest replay of all of the Gold Challenge replays, so congratulations again to him. And now we're gonna see what he did to achieve this amazing time. He first of all again uses the body block with his Forsaken, and he immediately picks up 2 power wells, which we've seen done by other runs as well. And he takes out all of these bandit footmen really quickly. His bandit archers took some casualties as well, not bandit archers, the master archers, as well as these north guards, but this shouldn't be too big of a deal. And the beginning we can probably speed up again. Yeah, now the jumping part around the map begins again, and he picks up the 3rd power well. And a 4th power well for him. Now he picked up the wall and he mounted this part of the wall, because as we've seen in another replay, when you mount this rightmost part of the wall, you sometimes pull even the Twilight Take out of this camp, but he probably wanted to avoid this, so he only pulled these 2 units out. And he immediately spawns a Night Guard, which he's probably gonna use to switch for this Twilight Devastator or one of these Wild-Bloods in here. There we go. Now he now he owns this Twilight Devastator, which is a super strong unit for tier 1 with 1800 attack and 1800 health, which can just easily take up some of the hits of this Twilight creep, while the Forsaken focus it down. And together with a Life Weaving, he can just run in here and super quickly take care of this Twilight Infestation without taking a ton of damage. There we go. First camp is already cleared. Now for the Twilight Hack, he just clears it with this Forsaken as well. And there we go, it has been defeated. And now he can place the the Forsaken on the other spot on the wall. And as you saw over here, he purposefully ran in here with the Night Guard, took 1 shot from the Twilight Hatecaster and then immediately ran out without even attacking it. This was to lower the Night Guard's health, because he's gonna switch it for another unit over here. Probably for these Twilight Crawlers, or maybe even one of the Wild-Bloods. There you see it, and now the Night Guard is already super low, so he can just take it out with a few hits and doesn't have to spend a lot of time killing it. So this is strat you see sometimes done in speedruns, because it saves a little bit of time and makes it easier to clear the enemy Night Guard afterwards. And now he has 2 more Night Guards, which are probably gonna be switched for these 2 Wild-Bloods. And as you see, he's also doing the same strat again, taking some damage on purpose from the Twilight Hatecaster. So they are really low. And he spawns 1 squad of Forsaken, probably because he doesn't have anything yet which can attack air units, so he wouldn't have a way to deal with the Twilight Mindbenders. Since he has some time left, he can just take out this Twilight Flashbender, and now he runs in, takes the 2 Wild-Bloods. And with these 2 Wild-Bloods, the Devastator and the Twilight Crawlers, he has a super strong army for tier 1, which is probably easily gonna take out all of this camp. His Forsaken are waiting a little bit back here, but now they are running in, because now the Hatecaster is gone, and so they can't be knocked back anymore. And so he can easily take out the Mindbenders. One of his Wild-Bloods sadly died, but this is not too big of an issue, because his army is still easily strong enough to kill this Twilight Infestation. And as you see, he already started building his tier 2 at maybe 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is super fast, considering that some of the other replays took like 7 minutes or even more to clear the first camp. Now you can already see he started building an Embalmer's Treim some time ago. So we're probably gonna see Shadow Phoenixes again, just as we did in the Silver Challenge run. By the way, the Silver Challenge run was done by Wanky. You can also see the video in the same playlist as this one is in. And a Furnace of Flesh to soak up some of the corpses which are generated by defeating these attacking enemy waves. Since these units don't bind power, the Twilight's units, the Devastator, Wildblood and Crawlers, he can just leave them here for defense without getting any negatives from it. So he doesn't have to bother keeping the Frost units alive or building any defenses yet. So this is super efficient defense for him. Now we can already see 3 Shadow Phoenixes. But again, he's gonna need 6 to kill this Bandit Soul Hunter. There's already the 4th Shadow Phoenix. Once these Stone Cannon units here are killed, they are probably gonna drop some more corpses, which he's gonna suck up with the Furnace of Flesh, giving him his white power back. And so he has more power for another Shadow Phoenix. And together with the power which is coming in to him as of right now, there you see he's already at over 100, so he could build a 5th Shadow Phoenix. And now he even has enough power for his 6th Shadow Phoenix. Now he just has to wait until he has 50 power to activate his Embalmer Shrine, so all of his Shadow Phoenixes come back. And there we go, he has 50 power. He makes sure to stack up his Shadow Phoenixes so the Bandit's Guy Defender can't take care of all of them at once. And he has activated the Embalmer Shrine, crashes all of them into there. As you see, all of them come back, and nothing of the base is left. He even spawns a Night Guard, and now this is a crucial part. He runs to the left with the Night Guard, and at the same time flies to the right with the Shadow Phoenixes. So the Shadow Phoenixes tank the damage from the Bandit Steel Guards and this left Bandit Launcher, so the Night Guard doesn't get killed on its way over here. If you have seen Xerxes run, which he did in the Silver Challenge, he even used a Life Weaving on the Night Guard so it doesn't get killed, and this cost him 70 extra power. But since Treim is doing this strategy, he doesn't have to use the 70 power on the Night Guard and just tank the damage with the Shadow Phoenixes, which are strong enough to defend to take up all of this. And now with a Nether Warp, the Night Guard is in here and can pick up this power well and then just kill it. And as you see now, he has a lot of white power, which is slowly coming back through him to this Furnace of Flesh. And as soon as he has enough power, he can build up his tier 3. His Shadow Phoenixes are just waiting here for their next use. Now you see tier 3 is coming up. And again, just a quick reminder, AMI Monument was banned in this challenge, so he could not just build an AMI Monument and go tier 4, but he has to find a way in tier 3 to reach this base up here with the tier 4. Probably also gonna do the fly over the lake strat and not clear all of these bandit camps. But first of all, he plays some Necroplasters for defense and some Cultist Masters. First of all to fill up the Necroplasters and also to use this Furnace of Flesh super efficiently. And as you can see already, these 2 Necroplasters are full. And the Furnace of Flesh gave back all of his void power. He even uses some of the spawned Nightcrawlers to run up here and clear this Twilight Hatecaster so it doesn't attack his units while he's flying over this lake later. And these three Cultist Masters are spawning Nightcrawlers over and over, so he can always get back his void power. He even killed these two Cultist Masters up there, but the void power already went back because he funneled it with these 3 Cultist Masters. And now you see him starting to spawn Fallen Sky Elves. which are probably gonna be his units of choice to clear this top base up here, together with the Shadow Phoenixes. But as you see, he waits until this bandit airstrike here is somewhat dealt with. He even uses a Soul Shatter to just clear all of this, because otherwise he might lose one of his units flying across there. Maybe in a better run, one of these Twilight units would have killed one of these birds, so it would explode and kill all of the other birds, which would save him maybe a few seconds during his flight here, because now he has to kill this Bandit Scarrag manually. Oh no, he can just ignore it right now because it's fighting against the Twilight units. And now all of the Shadow Phoenixes are crashing in here, clearing most of the ground units. He used an Alabama Shrine meanwhile, so he could revive all of the Shadow Phoenixes, and at the same time spawn Skeleton Warriors using Undead Army. So there were enough corpses for both of that because of the Embalmer Shrine. And he even used blood healing on one of them, and using it on a Skeleton Warrior with Undead Army active is super efficient because they take only, I think, 10% of damage or something. No, they only take 40% of damage, and they still heal a lot with that blood healing. And meanwhile, these Fallen Sky Elves are focusing the bandit ship. Here, these down there, this is all defended super easily. And he even uses the Vision of Despair, so the bandit ship takes much more damage. And this way, the Fallen Sky Elves deal enough damage to kill this bandit ship. Now he can spawn just one squad of Forsaken, kill all of his units which were still binding power, so the Fallen Sky Elves. These Shadow Phoenixes don't bind any power, so there's no need in killing them right now, because he's far from filling up his unit limit. And so now he can just pick up these two power wells, use his Cultist Masters to get back his white power. And he maybe even, yeah, he even kills them manually. So he can now just build up his fourth power well, not his fourth power well, his fourth orb. And now we have a few seconds of waiting again. He even killed these Forsaken because they were just binding power and were of no use to him. Meanwhile in the main base, nothing too special going on. And he spawned one Brannock, which is probably gonna be the first unit he's gonna send down there. He uses Life Weaving on it, so it takes much less damage, and then he pots it down. And now you are gonna see a ton of spells, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. As you saw, he already used the Nightcrawlers and he immediately killed them, so while everything is going on down here, while he's casting all of these spells, the Nightcrawlers are being sucked up by the Furnace of Flesh. So while he's casting spells down here, he's already getting his Void power back, so this is some really good micro by him, doing it this way. So once he uses spell down here, he basically immediately has his Void power back. So first of all, he's gonna use a Frenetic Assault over here on this Bandit Barracks, so Green Affinity. So all of these units around here do not attack his Brannock, but instead the Bandit Barracks. Then a Nether Warp up here. Is it a Green Affinity? I think so. I can't really see it right now. But this way, all of these units up here, some of them even get ported up there. For example, the Bandit Lord, which is here. And I think this ship also is usually down there and it got ported up there. And all of the other units start facing up there or even fly up there. So when he ports down here the next time, there are less units around which could attack his units. And so now next. Is he casting anything else? Oh yeah, another Frenetic Assault, which was cast onto, I don't know, something in the middle. I can't really see which unit it was focused on. But it really looks like he... Oh no, it's a Soul Shatter which he is casting. Not a second Frenetic Assault. and so this Soul Shatter takes out a lot of units, which again explode in turn. And as you see, with just this Frenetic Assault and Soul Shatter, he immediately took out this Bandit Barracks already. So this was a super efficient first part, and all of this was still done in tier 3. Now he's spawning another set of 3 Cultist Masters. So this way he can be even more efficient with his Void Return. He first of all gets back all of his Void Power he has saved right now. One thing to notice is he only spawns 6 of them, uses the ability of one of them, and then uses Offering on him, so he has all of the charges on his tier 3 spells again. Especially the cooldown on Frenetic Assault is gone. And so now, because he has one Furnace of Flesh, can usually only suck up the corpses of the Nightcrawler spawned by 3 Cultist Masters at the same time before all of the corpses just run out. So with more than 3 Cultist Masters, he could basically create 2 groups of them, and one group so he can always use one group at a time, so he can have his Void Power return more consistently over a longer span of time instead of just flushing it out once. And there you see he spawned a Jorn, which is super tanky. It has almost 7000 health at upgrade 3, and since it's a legendary unit, it can just fit into any deck. So probably one of the best units he can use for potting down there in a Pure Shadow deck.
Your forces are under attack.
And now let's see how he's handling this. He's maybe waiting for some more power. There we see he already cast Life Weaving on it. And there goes the port. And as you can see right here, he already killed some of the Nightcrawlers again. So while he's casting his first set of spells down here, he's already getting back all of his Void Power. And once all of the corpses of these Nightcrawlers are sucked up, he can then kill the next 6 Nightcrawlers to get back even more Void Power. So for like a super long time now, maybe like 20 seconds or something like that, he's gonna have immediate Void Return. So he's basically not losing any power except for the usual 10%, because his Void is just instantly coming back to him. And now let's slow down again to see which spells he's gonna use in what order. So first of all, a Nether Warp to the right, to be out of the range of all of these bandit ships and most of the units back there. Then next a Frenetic Assault, which was cast onto something in here. Let's see if we can find it. Oh yeah, on one of these bandit spearmen, so he probably just clicked it on the first thing that was available. And it didn't really matter what he was using it on. Now, did he use anything else yet? By the way, now we can maybe check the affinity. No, we can't. That doesn't really matter. He used an infect, so all of these units here are now infected and will spawn Nightcrawlers once they die. There they already start spawning. Then another Frenetic Assault, which was cast onto some unit in here. On this Bandit Wizard Tower up here, so all of these ships are also distracted and don't attack his Jorn. Oh, it's so hard to keep track of this. How did he even do this in full speed? Okay. Now we see a Soul Shatter, which is gonna take care of some of the units in here, especially these Bandit Footmen are gonna die and they are gonna explode in turn, and so tons of damage are gonna be dealt. And by the way, as you can see here, he in the meantime killed some of his Nightcrawlers and spawned new ones. So he constantly has his Void Return, as I mentioned earlier. Now he even used an Undead Army in here, so he gets some Skeleton Warriors. And then on one squad of the Skeleton Warriors, he's also gonna use Blood Healing again, so his Jorn gets healed super quickly. As you see, it's quickly going back towards full health, and he even used an Unholy Hero onto him. So super micro intensive the strategy he's doing. And another life weaving. And in the meantime, killing some of the Nightcrawlers again and spawning new ones. I'm not sure, maybe he even used an offering on one of those Cultist Masters. I didn't see that, but maybe he did. Another nether warp down here, so all of his ships are in range of his Tron. Infect is still going on. And another Frenetic Assault, this time on... And a second Frenetic Assault, so he's using both affinities of it. And what is he doing in his main base? Nothing too important yet. Oh no, he did actually use offering on one of his Cultist Masters, so he gets back the charges on his Frenetic Assaults. That is why he could use 2 of them right now. And another undead army, so he gets more skeleton warriors to use blood healing on. So blood healing on this skeleton warrior over here, which is the closest one to John, so John gets healed up again. Another unholy hero, so he takes quick care of this. This is what's one of the stronger bandages with like over 10,000 health. Now obviously John with his XL damage and over 6,000 HP dealing tons of damage against these bandages. Another Soul Shatter over there to clear up even more units and also deal damage to this bandit way station. Another ship is down. And the next ship is down. And another undead army. Meanwhile he again killed some Nightcrawlers in here, so he gets his void again back, because you see it's has been stacking up a little bit. And another blood healing onto the skeleton warriors. And another unholy hero on John. And meanwhile these skeleton warriors are obviously also super strong tanks. As you saw, it actually took one shot of the bandit artillery to take them out. And these ones even survived the shot of the bandit walker. But now you see he already cleared up most of the space in a super quick succession, because as you saw I was constantly running this at half the speed, and it was still super amazing how quickly he microed all of his units and his spells down here. So now we can go to 1x speed again. In the meantime, up here still doing more micromanagement with the with his Cultist Masters. Buffing Drawn again with Unholy Hero and Life Weaving. This was one wasted Unholy Army because there were no corpses around, but this is just a minimal time waste, I think, because he gets his voids back so quickly anyways. And now Rogue Kale is freed, so he is free to pick up his 5th orb. And now he could use another undead army together with blood healing to heal up John. And again, these skeleton warriors also great at tanking some of the damage which is being dished out. And another frenetic assault, this time on to this bandit lord probably. Oh no, on this bandit crossbowman. And another nether warp in here, so he just wants to rush this orb as quickly as possible, so John gets over this wall. And again, John is buffed up. And another second frenetic assault played in here onto... I don't even know. Maybe on this tower? This tower? No. I don't know, but he used a second frenetic assault in here again. I don't know if he used an offering. It doesn't look like that because he still has 5 of his Cultist Masters, which he's still using in turns. So first one squad of Cultist Masters, then the next squad. He even uses the ability of John to take care of all of these buildings around him and the walls, because another life weaving on him, because this just deals a ton of damage against buildings. And another undead army blood healing combination to bring John back to his full health again in just a few seconds. Infect and Soul Shatter down here to kill a lot of units and immediately bring out Nightcrawlers for him, which deal damage and tank a lot of these units and also distract them. Now John's hammer is also ready again, which he could use in here. And another Frenetic Assault, it looks like it. Or was this an Infect? Oh no, it was a Frenetic Assault on this Bandit Soul Hunter. And another Wrecking Hammer done by John. More Nightcrawlers coming out from the Infect. He must have used an offering up here. But I don't see a corpse. But I see lots of corpses of Nightcrawlers again. And another Soul Shatter to take out even more units up over here. And another Blood Healing and Unholy Army combination. And together with a Unholy Hero buff and a Wrecking Hammer, he just quickly takes out all of the rest here. And another Frenetic Assault onto one of the Twilight units, so the Twilight gets distracted and kills itself. John is a bit stuck at this monument right now, but this doesn't make too much of a difference, because another Frenetic Assault down here, so he must have used an offering somewhere in there. He can't have that many charges, I don't think. And as you see, he is again using the ability of the Cultist Masters just right now, while everything down here is going on. And now, once the Twilight Hulk walks away, he has enough space to take this this 6th monument. And so he now has to defend this until the monument is up. And once this monument is up, it's again the usual 1.5 minutes of defense. As you see, he even switched the gate up here, so the Twilight doesn't go over here anymore to maybe distract him, but instead it attacks up here. And now we can see when he is using one of the offerings onto these Cultist Masters. Yeah, again, once this 6th monument is up, he's basically done with the game, because Ronkale is very safe back there. He even used the Embalmer's Treim blocking technique, so the Abomination doesn't get freed. And just with some spell support up here with Infect, and probably also a Soul Shatter or something, and even a second Drawn, he's able to defend all of this before it reaches his tier 1. And now, since this tier 6 is up, he now has to only defend for like 1.5 more minutes, which would be really no problem for him with another Drawn here and spell support ready all the time. And now even with Necroblasters on the left side.
The monument has been destroyed.
And here's something important to note about this map. This monument has been killed now by this Bandit Sniper, but he does not have to pick it up back again. It's just enough to pick up all 6 monuments at one point, and then you only have to defend in a way that Ronkale doesn't die and you don't lose all of the 6 monuments at once. You can just lose one of them and it's fine, because this timer is already running. So in just a few seconds he will have defended all of this. Just probably he even builds the wall the wrong way, just to flex a little bit more. And really soon he's gonna have won this map. And there we go. 19 minutes 27 seconds. Again, the fastest time of the gold challenge. Congratulations again to Treim for winning this. And I hope you all enjoyed this replay. I think this was one of the most amazing runs of this challenge so far, with tons of micro going on while John was down here. And I don't know how many runs he must have failed before he actually managed to get this run out. But yeah, really impressive run. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And see you in the next time. Bye.